Hi, this is SA Frontline NGO podcast, here to give you the latest news on South African non-profit organizations and a platform to providing the skill set to start your NGO. On this podcast, we will discuss the basics from registering an NGO to applying for funding, here to give you what you need to know about starting an NGO in South Africa, with your hosts, Sharelle and Lanielle Hartzenberg. So tune in with us at SA Frontline NGO.
Hi everybody, I am Lanielle Hartzenberg and I would like to welcome you to SA NGO Frontline. And with me is my co-host,
Sharelle Hartzenberg, and I'm happy to be welcoming all our listeners to South African NGO Frontline.
So this journey starting a podcast has been going on for quite some time, and Sharelle and I just decided to stop thinking so much.
Yeah, we figured we just had to wing it.
And do it. So South African NGO Frontline is a podcast for any creative business-minded individual. And for those who are looking for a bit more insight on how to start a non-profit organization in South Africa.
Our podcast is similar to a business podcast, but South African NGO Frontline is specifically focused on NGOs.
And for those who've been wondering what is the term NGO, it's mostly used in South Africa, so it's a non-governmental organization, which is also used in simultaneously non-profit organization. So the purpose of South African NGO Frontline is to create an informative platform where NGOs can share views on what's important or what is the importance of an NGO sector in South Africa.
What we want to do with this platform is look at the physical practices that are needed to put in place to establish an NGO, as well as the strategic operations to overcome certain challenges newly established NGOs are facing, and those who have overcome them.
Yes, and those especially who's really been successful, what are their motivations, their goals, and how did they come to where they are?
What's their story?
Basically, yes. And in South African context, right, the NGO plays a vital role in filling the gaps of services, social protection, civic duties of the given community or individuals that they serve. In most cases, the NGOs are the foundation and seen as the frontline workers to bring the effect of social change in the communities that they work.
On our podcast, we want to discuss the basic administrative aspects of opening an NGO. We will also be looking at our own NGO, Comwell First, which is Community Wellness Health. We'll also be looking at the key players who have established NGOs and how they are managing their NGO.
Yeah, and as well as the all the other stakeholders that play within an NGO, like your government, the government sectors, what departments, your business sectors, your community leaders, and most importantly, the community.
We want to know, what does it take to establish an NGO physically and emotionally?
And figure out with you while we're going through this, not forgetting funding, how to write proposals, what are the paperwork, where do you need to register your NGOs, with what government departments you need to register the NGO. So that will be in a nutshell what we will do in our NGO. The podcast will be hosted by me, Lani, and my co-host Sharelle. But I know need to speak a little bit about myself, so you actually get to know who I am. So I've always been a creative and innovative person, and what life has given me, I've been able to use, and eventually I completed my bachelor's degree in geography and my honors degree in environmental science. My journey has come a long way, where I've had opportunities to work in the environmental sector. I've also been able to be part of another NGO where I was the business manager for that NGO, and now the journey has taken me where I have the opportunity to be part of Commonwealth First NGO, and where I am the business manager for the NGO as well. I'm also the co-founder of Fiddle Diddle Craftworks, and as well as Gamka Heritage Clothing Brand, where social media and marketing brand management is the key focus of our company's operations on the daily.
As for me, I currently have a co-ownership in two businesses, Havatech, which is a technology-based company. We service in security. And the other company that I have co-ownership with is Fiddle Diddle Craftworks, as well as Lani mentioned before. Addition to that, I did my honors degree in historical studies, which led me to this point in my life where I had a great passion for social sciences and helping other people. And I found that working with NGOs specifically gave me the opportunity to direct and use my skill sets that I've learned over the course of my postgrad and undergrad studies.
So we're basically two young people that see that there is so much to do outside of literally in social entrepreneurship, and there is so much to do in helping our community, and so helping communities is all NGOs' primary goal. So there you have it, everything in a nutshell. We hope this podcast brings you some insight and will help our listeners benefit from what's really going on behind the scenes of the NGO sector.
Yes, we want to have an engaging platform, so stay tuned for our next episode.
And we would like to welcome you again to South African NGO Frontline.
And for our next episode, we'll be talking about our NGO Commonwealth First, which is Community Wellness First. We're going to be talking about the what's, why of our NGO. So stay tuned to South African NGO Frontline.